Hey guys, I'm back with a new video today. In today's video, I am making a very requested video of mine, a summer 2022 MMORPG tier list. So you guys know me, I make a lot of MMORPG content for mobile. I probably play like 200 games, and I usually make these MMO tier lists. So hopefully this tier list can help you guys out, decide which games you guys can play and want to play. So if it's your first time here, guys, it won't be a last. Give me a thumbs up. Hit the like, man. It takes a second and it helps me out with the YouTube algorithm, you know, all that good stuff. And make sure you guys subscribe and you guys can see more tier lists in the future, you know, more gameplay, but like those, right? And guys, remember, there's two most important things in life. One is like the channel, not like the channel, follow your dreams. That's number one, guys. Come on, obviously. And number two is, you know, like and follow the channel. Now let's jump right into today's video. Before we jump into today's video, guys, I want to talk about No Ping. Today's video is sponsored by No Ping. And if you guys are like me, guys, I live in Norway, okay? That's in EU. And I play with a lot of American friends and a lot of American games, you know? And my ping is very high. So if you guys want lower ping, it's very easy, guys. You go here, you download No Ping. You can start your free trial. Definitely try a free trial to see if it actually works first. And you can download it and it will reduce your ping immensely. The link will be in the description below to get No Ping. It's very easy to use. You click this and then you'll get a No Ping setup, and all you have to do is just click on the No Ping setup and click yes, and then it will pop up the application and you can download it onto your PC. And once that is done, you can choose the game you play, the settings, and you can reduce your ping. It's very good for both if you are from a different continent or if you're playing, like I used to play competitive Fortnite, and reducing your ping just a little bit helps a lot with gameplay. So definitely check out No Ping. Use the link in the description below. Platform is great, very easy. I'll show you guys a video of my ping before and after. But that is it. Thanks to the sponsor. Let's jump into today's video. Here we have all the games and the tier list. Now hopefully the tier list, you know, it's probably gonna get filled up a lot, so I might have to make some more space. But without further ado, let's start up with the first games. You know, here's my, obviously you guys, it's not your first tier list, so obviously SS is the best ranking. I'll give a MMORPG. And then Yikes is, you know, the worst ranking. Now, let's start up with CrusadersOfLight. I love CrusadersOfLight, but this game is dead. I don't know why it's even on the list. They canceled this game, so this game doesn't exist anymore. So it used to be an SS game. Now it's just Yikes doesn't exist. You know what? I'm not even going to put it on the list. Next up, we have is Toram. Now, Toram is actually a good game. It's been out for a long time, but it's still really good. It doesn't have like autoplay and stuff. A lot of content for new players. So if you like a little bit of old style classic game, definitely check it out. Honestly, I will give it an A. Yeah, I think an A is good for Toram. It's been a while since I played it though, so I have to be honest with you guys. Next up is WorldofKings. Now WorldofKings is till this day still going strong. It used to be again an SS game, but it became super pay to win, really hard to catch up, but it has a lot of content. Now if you guys are looking for raid content, WorldofKings is the way to go. They have hard raids like 20-man raids, 10-man raids. It used to compete with COL back in the day, but since COL doesn't exist, it's one of the only options for actual like good like proper raids, like WoW raids and Guild Wars raids, that you get to like where strategy and stuff is involved. So if you guys are looking for a raid MMORPG, check out WorldofKings. Next up is Axe Alliance. What is it? Alliance X something. Honestly, Axe had like a whole hype with this PvP and stuff, but it became super pay to win and very generic and very fast. So I'm just gonna put it on the Yikes. Not much to say about this. Next up is a Black Desert. Now Black Desert is an S rank game because Black Desert has a very good company that releases Black Desert, and it's still going strong. If you guys are not, you know, most MMOs these days, guys, it has like the Genshin art style, right? It's the anime art style, you know, anime waifu. But Black Desert doesn't have that art style. So if you guys are looking for like a good MMORPG with a good team backing it, which is getting frequently updated, it is pay to win, of course. I think they added a balanced PvP arena in it. I might be wrong, but it's still going strong and will be going strong for a long time, as long as they have they keep giving it updates and content. So Black Desert, is an S still. Next up is Albion. We're starting with all the good games first, huh? It seems like. Albion is the maybe one of the only SSs I'm going to put on this list. Albion is a phenomenal game. It's like a very PvP related, very unique in its own way. It's like a PvP game where world PvP you fight like dungeons or bosses and in PvP zones, and it's very PvP focused game, but it's very fun. It's a lot of content in it. Everybody that played this game, even if they quit or not, enjoy it. I only gotten good, positive recommendations for Albion, and when I played it, I really enjoyed it too. So Albion, an SS game for me. Next up is Ragnarok Eternal. It's another like generic game for me. I know a lot of people enjoy the Ragnarok genre, but it doesn't really give a lot of content, in my opinion. And it's just like a whatever overall type of game. Next up is EraofLegends. EraofLegends, I'll have to put it with WorldofKings content-wise. It also has raids. One like I think these two are the only ones that actually have like proper hard raids. WorldofKings and EraofLegends in the mobile market today. So I'll put them together. But the population is completely dead in EraofLegends, but it used to have a lot of good PvP and raids. So I might have to put it on B actually because of the population. Because what is point of in playing a raid game, guys? A raid MMORPG if there's no players, you know? Also, I'm going very fast to the games, but because I don't want the video to be an hour long, you know? I got you guys. Next up is PerfectWorld. PerfectWorld is also a great game when it came out, but again, the population is low. They made like a lot of different like they made it like a new version of PerfectWorld where you can like play horizontally, but overall it's like the typical not I think they had a little bit of rating here and there, but it was a really good game when it came out. But you know, the pay to win, yes, you know, the longer an MMO survives, the more pay to win it becomes, and the lower the population drops, they have to make it even more pay to win. So it's very hard to catch up, just like the other games. And it's like it's a balance between being unique, but also being like the generic Korean MMORPG, you know. Lineage 2 Revolution, I'm gonna give it a not gonna give it yikes. I'm giving it a generic auto crap. Lineage has had a lot of good games on mobile. Actually, not a lot of good games. It have had a lot of games, but only a few. I think the first Lineage 2 that came out was really good, and all the other lineages were whatever, to be honest. So I'm gonna give you a generic crap. Next up is Dawn of Isle. I think same thing happened with Dawn of Isle, like CrusadersOfLight, because I think NetEase own both games. I think they just canceled it. So I don't think Dawn of Isles exists anymore. But it used to be a fun game. It was very unique. A lot of build on, a lot of focus on crafting and such. But we're not gonna put it on the list because it doesn't exist anymore. Next up is, let's see, Adventure Quest. Adventure Quest is a great game. I love Adventure Quest. It's a very classical game though. No auto gameplay. It's very like old school style game. I love those type of MMORPGs. So if you like that type of gaming, like where you actually have to grind every single mob and stuff, it looks very like, it's not for like people that enjoy like new animations and art styles. It's very classical. It gives me like old school RuneScape vibes, you know. But it's not RuneScape at all. It's just like the art style is what I mean, like old school game. And it's actually pretty fun. There's a lot of content in there. A lot of people still enjoy it. They have a very, very tight community. So people love this game. Next up is A3. Is it A3 still alive? A3 still alive. I'll have to put it on B. Actually, it was a very fun PvP game. If I'm not wrong, A3 still, that's the one with the Battle Royale function. That's actually a very fun function. They used to have like this, you know, when Battle Royale was popping off, they decided to make A3 still alive. And it's still fun. Like there's still a Battle Royale options where you play different classes. I think it's balanced too. So you go into a Battle Royale PvP, you collect items and you fight like different players in a Battle Royale PvP MMO. So it's I'm gonna give it a B because it is pretty unique, but I think also it turned pay to win. But all of these games are turning pay to win, let's be honest, right? Next is RebirthM. Not much to say about it, just whatever, yikes, MMORPG. I'm just gonna put it on yikes immediately, you know? Not much content. Next up is Bless. Bless Mobile was actually the hype. I'm gonna give it a generic autocrap, but it was the hype game of the season, guys. Okay, people loved it. But the problem with the Bless mobile is that it was a big disappointment. You know, it came out, it had 2.5D. You couldn't move while attacking. Very generic, very disappointing. So Bless is just gonna go right here. Black Desert, I talk about BladenSoul Revolution. I'm gonna give it a B. It was a really fun game when it first came out. Had a lot of content, and it felt different from their normal generic auto crap. I don't know what's happening to it today. I think they did have some kind of raids in there and some fun boss fights, so I'm just gonna put it on B for now. No. Next up is this Villagers of Heroes? CelticHeroes. So CelticHeroes, I actually got a new comment about CelticHeroes. So CelticHeroes got a new dev team recently and getting updates again. So I'm gonna put it CelticHeroes on A. It's again a classic game like Adventure Quest 3D, old school. Used to lack a lot of content, but again it has like a tight community. So if you guys join the correct server, you can have fun in CelticHeroes. Again, a lot of old classic MMORPGs that came up many years ago that are still enjoyable till this day. Next up, Chimeraland. I made a recent video on Chimeraland. I'm gonna give it an S rank. Chimeraland is super unique, guys. It is definitely the most unique out of every other MMO. It's like a open world Rust Ark style game where there's a lot of building and crafting, a lot of different monsters everywhere. Plant monsters, breeding monsters, a lot of stuff you can do, a lot of weapons you can choose from, and it gives me a lot of like the Ark survival vibes with of course being an MMORPG. So definitely a fun game. Highly advise you guys to check out my video on it. That is Chimeraland. Next up is DragonRaja. DragonRaja is still going strong today. A lot of good content on DragonRaja, but it is super pay to win. But the art style, the customization, the classes, the gameplay is super fluid. One of the best on mobile, but it is unfortunately insanely pay to win, but still fun to play, you know. I'm gonna give it an S for content. Next up is EOS Red. Another, like, I'm not gonna talk too much about it. It's like it didn't give me much of an impression. Just I feel like every game on the Yikes are like very similar to each other, so I'm not gonna talk too much about EOS Red. Next up is ForsakenWorld, Gods and Demons. Was actually I'm gonna give it a B. It was fun. A lot of people enjoyed this game for a while. I had some fun playing it too. I think I made a couple of videos on it, and there was some good dungeon content, good PvE content. People love like the Forsaken genre because I think ForsakenWorld, the first ForsakenWorld, was really huge when he first came out. People loved it, so people were hoping that this will live up to the hype, but it was alright, you know, nothing more than alright, I think. But let's keep moving. Dragonicle, another Yikes. Did I just put it on generic auto? Generic, it's a generic auto. It's like it looks good, but it's the typical Korean MMORPG. Next up is this oh my brain. Guardians of Claudia. I actually like, you know what's crazy about this, guys? I don't have like a list of the names. I'm like looking at the icon and remembering. That's how good my memory is. Come on, give me some credits here, okay? All these MMOs and I remember them by icon. Guardians of Claudia was pretty decent, actually. No, it's not a A. It's not a. It's a B ranked game. A lot of people love this game. I think it's because it was advertised a lot. It does give a lot of like generic auto crap vibes, but I think it's a little more decent. That has a lot of content and gets frequently updates, so I'm gonna give it a B. Yeah, give it a B. Kingdom is generic auto. I'm actually gonna give it a Yikes, and not much to say about that. Next up is Icarus. I think it's Icarus. Icarus was hype. Like the animation and the dragons and the monsters and everything looked really cool. But when you actually played it, it was just like typical auto MMORPG. Okay, nothing more, nothing less to say about that. Next up is the Legends of Neverland. I think Legends of Neverland was a B rank game. It was fun. It was yeah, that was like one of the first Genshin copies that came out. Legends of Neverland. It was actually fun. I had fun playing it. It was like unique characters and a unique game, but it's not like you're not gonna be wowed by these games in B. They're like B. The games I put in B is like games you can play for a little while, but not like invest longer time in. You know, it's like a fun game play on the side. You know, everything above B is like worth investing in, and B is like whatever, and then everything under is no, don't touch that. But let's keep going. Lineage. Lifeafter. Lifeafter is a great game. I love Lifeafter. It's a zombie survival game, MMORPG. So it's like, it's very realistic. You have houses, building, zombies, MMO. You can raise, you can do a lot of different stuff. Actually, it might be an S, to be honest, but I heard it's a lot of pay to win. But it's a very fun game. It's like the typical, like, it's like a full realistic survival and zombie MMORPG. It's hard to explain. Like, I would definitely advise you guys to check out my video on it. I actually made a fun video on the Lifeafter. But definitely worth checking out. It has a lot of content, still gets updated. This game is massive, so Lifeafter, definitely try it if you guys want like the realistic feel. You know, it gives you like a PUBG vibe, but an MMORPG. I'm giving a lot of different examples, to be honest. PUBG here, Rust, Ark. Like, next up is our Marvel, the Marvel game, Future Revolution. Great game. I love this game. Marvel Future Revolution is an S tier game. You can play as Spider-Man or Doctor Strange, whatever, Iron Man, anything as an MMORPG, and this is a good MMORPG too. Like, yeah, I'm gonna put it ahead of every game on S. It's good MMORPG too. It's a lot of fun, a lot of content. The combat is very interactive. There's a lot of different styles you can put on your characters. So if you love Marvel, check out this game. Okay, you love Marvel, you love MMO. If you haven't checked out this game, I don't know what you're doing. Next is MUArchangel. This MUArchangel is a generic auto. The new Mu though, that one is a good one. But MUArchangel, not that good in my opinion. Next up, MoonlightSculptor. I can't remember too much about it. I'm gonna put a generic auto crap. If it doesn't have it doesn't have, like, I think this and Dragonicle was pretty alike each other, if I'm not wrong. Sorry guys, my memory is good, but it's not that good. It didn't have a big effect on my brain. Not worth remembering, so I'm not gonna remember it. Next up is NiNoKuni, which I just made a video on. Great game so far. S tier. The only reason I'm not putting on SS is because the auto combat in it is insane. There's a lot of auto combat in it, and I'm pretty sure in like a couple of months when the pay to win increases, I will be putting this down to A. But I'm gonna give you like a low S tiers for now. Okay, don't get mad at me. Get mad at me, guys. Come on. But NiNoKuni, it's an okay game. Okay plus. It's fun, exciting. You know what? Let's use this for NiNoKuni instead. This icon. Fun, exciting, unique. Genshin Impact, but an MMORPG. Fun combat, like skill shots and everything. But it is a lot of auto in it. A lot. More than I like. Next up is OrderAndChaos, the best game of all time. I'm joking, okay? So if you guys need to know a fun fact, I actually started my YouTube channel with OrderAndChaos online, like many years ago. Best game ever to be made on mobiles till this day, but this game hasn't gotten an update in many years. But they can't shut down the game. So I'm gonna give it a B. Here, I think that's a solid. Content-wise, it's literally WoW Classic Mobile. Literally, that's what it is on your mobile device. But it doesn't get updates, and there's a lot of bugs and cheaters in this game. So wouldn't check it. You know what? If you want to play and have some fun with the game, like if you want a solo grind MMORPG, definitely check out OrderAndChaos. So much content. You can catch mounts and everything. Great game. You know. OrderAndChaos will always be in my heart. You know. Next up, OdinValhalla. Big disappointment. This game was supposed to be SS tier. Everybody saw this is a AAA rated game. It's not out globally yet, so you guys are probably like, we can't get OdinValhalla. It's in Korean release, but they'll probably get a global launch. It is like, it's worthy enough to get a global launch, but not worthy enough to get an S. You know, it's like it has like big monsters climbing everything, but I think it had like no movement while attacking, which was a big disappointment. It has a few classes. I played like the beta of it. The mounts look sick, the monsters look sick, but I heard it's very pay to win and the combat isn't as fluid as I want it to be. But I will be playing it out when it finally comes out globally. It does have not like the typical anime art style, so it's a fun like change of pace in 2022, you know. So hopefully it comes out globally. It's one of the few games that put in this list that's not out globally. Okay. Next up is a Runescape. Runescape S tier game. Runescape 3 S tier game. Both are S tier, but they are cross-platform with PC. Probably what they're so high rated. Not pay to win. You can get a membership and have a lot of content. So not much. I mean, RuneScape is known, guys. You guys know RuneScape. It's click to move though, which is not for everybody. I loved RuneScape back in the day, but RuneScape can't go wrong with it. If you're gonna have fun and play RuneScape, you guys can definitely do that. Next up is which game was this again? Star Surge Rising, right? Generic MMORPG. Not much to say about it than that. VillagersandHeroes, great game, SS tier. Honestly, not SS. It could be SS, but it's again a classic game. Came out a long time ago, but I still think they make updates on it. So it's a fun game to enjoy and experience, in my opinion. So I'm gonna give it a high here. Oh, it's better than Adventure Quest 3, in my opinion. Next up is V4. V4 just gets a B. It's a little bit unique than the normal generic autocrat, but it is like you can have fun with it, but also has a little bit of generic autocrat in it, hard to rate too much. Like, I feel like, okay, honest opinion, V4, BladenSoul Revolution gives me save vibes, literally. I'm just gonna put them right next to each other. Boom, perfect. There you go. Match made in heaven. Next up, WarHammerOdyssey. Yo, WarHammerOdyssey, how the mighty have fallen. The game that was supposed to be different, unique, with the core of developers that were gonna make this the best game ever made. No autoplay, nothing. It was super fun. I put hours in this game. Then they ditched the game to make a crypto MMORPG. And now this is a yikes. Sorry. Game with so much potential wasted. I mean, they didn't have a good developer. I mean, they had a good developer team, but they didn't have a lot of investments in it. So obviously it wasn't going very far. And they were promised updates and stuff, but it never happened. I can make a whole video on this topic. Actually, I will do that eventually. But WarHammerOdyssey, I think I ranked it like S tier last tier list. Now it's just a yikes. Yeah, happens, guys. It happens. StellaArcana. Is it StellaArcana, right? I'm gonna give StellaArcana a generic autograph. You guys thought it was going up, huh? It was going up. No, it's not going up. Next up is this tier list is messed up. Like why are the doubles? Trying to find the next one. Okay, sorry guys, my editor he messed up. But let's see here. Next up is is it WorldofPrandis? WorldofPrandis, this A tier, again a classical MMORPG. Fun overall. I think a lot of people enjoyed this game for a long time. I checked it out too, and I think it also, like all like classical old games, has like a very tight community that still loves the game, which is good. ARAKA is a generic auto MMO, but with movement while attacking and character customization, so it gets automatically a B. ARAKA online. I think I made a recent video on it actually. Next up is, I'll get to the good stuff, guys. The good stuff. Noah's Heart SS. I played the beta. It's coming out globally in July. Great game. Massive world, anime art style, combat fluid, looks really good. A lot of stuff you can climb, you can treasure hunt, you can craft, you can make houses. You got the whole thing. It's like DragonRaja, but better. I hope. DragonRaja, but better. You guys know what I mean, right? It's like DragonRaja, but better. Okay, so if you play DragonRaja, you gotta switch to Noah's Heart, when it comes out. Feel? Next up, Tower Fantasy, another game that is coming out very soon. Just as amazing as Noah's Heart. They're very much alike. A lot of people are going the Genshin Impact route and making them out of it. But it's working. Tower Fantasy, great game. Should come out globally soon. Next up is Armis, I think. Generic auto. Actually, this was kind of fun. I actually like Armis because it was like underwater and stuff. It was kind of unique. I'll give it, and it doesn't have move. You can move while attacking, which is also a plus. Give it a B. Not gonna play it, but give it a B. MUArch 3. I made a recent video on it. S tier game for sure. Movement while attacking. No pay to win. There was no pay to win in this game. Can you believe that? No pay to win. So Origin, yeah, I'm gonna give you S tier for now. You're gonna turn pay to win, then I'm gonna move you down. Next up is 7 Nights, an MMO, but also a gacha. It's hard to say, like it's like 46 different heroes you can play. So you get MMO gacha, kind of unique, kind of different. I'll give it an A tier for now because of all the classes that you can play. But it's a gacha game though, so kind of doesn't make sense. But we're gonna keep it like that. OrderAndChaos 2, same as OrderAndChaos 1. Where did I put OrderAndChaos 1? There we go, right next to you. Boom. It was very ahead of its time when it first came out, but it is dead, doesn't get updates. It also has like very tight community that still plays the game. But I think that is it, guys. I speedran that. What is that? 25 minutes? Look at this. Great speed. We did this. We speedran the tier list. This is it. This is the tier list. The finished one. So if you guys skip to this part of the video, which you probably did, give me a like, guys. Okay, make sure to subscribe and let me go through the list so you guys know what the games are, because it doesn't say what they are. Albion, Nose Hard, Tower Fantasy, SS tier. Marvel, Future Revolution, S tier. Black Desert, Village of Heroes, Adventure Quest, Chimeraland, DragonRaja, Lifeafter, NiNoKuni, MUArch 3, Runescape. A tier, Toram, WorldofKings, CelticHeroes, OdinValhalla Rising, WorldofPrandis, 7 Nights 2. B tier, EraofLegends, PerfectWorld, A3 Still Alive, BladenSoul, V4, ForsakenWorld, Gods and Demons, GuardiansofClaudia, Neverland, something. Sorry. OrderAndChaos 2, ARAKA, and Armis. Generic Autocrap, Lineage 2, Bless, Dragonicle, MoonlightSculptor, Icarus, Archangel, something, Star Surge, StellaArcana, and yikes, I don't have to say that, that's still yikes. This is my tier list. I hope you guys enjoyed. Give me a thumbs up, give me a subscribe. I will be making some more tier list videos for you guys, hopefully monthly ones, so you guys can keep up with the mobile market. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys. Give me some suggestions down below if I didn't put an MMO here that you guys would love to see. Let me know, okay? I'll put it next time. Bye bye.